Ah, see what I did there? Not a lot of money. Steve.
Hi, my name's Melissa and I'm a professional soul singer. Today on Soul Singer Discovers...
Greetings and salutations, my dudes. What a weird way to say hello. Welcome back to another Soul Singer Discovers. How are you? I hope well. I hope you've had nothing but an exciting week filled with frivolity. We're back again for another Soul Singer Discovers today. Today's Patron's Choice. Oh yes. Today's choice was made by Steve. I just like saying Steve's name. Steve. Steve has chosen a very interesting decision this week. Ooh, what could it be? Well, before we get there, it's time for Metalhead Musings. Today's Metalhead Musings comes from Legend Odison. Ooh, what a name. Legend Odison says, was hoping to find that video you mentioned of Zach's vocal evolution. Couldn't find it. Got a link? It's interesting you should ask me that, Legend. I did do a video at the very start of my evolution. Ah, see what I did there? Where I used Zach Wilde as a sort of the main character for me discussing his vocal evolution and generally my thoughts, feelings and opinions on vocals as an instrument, as a performative thing that you do. I really enjoyed making the video. It was rough as balls though, because it was one of my first sort of attempts. So I've taken it and put it into unlisted. The link is still there, but I'm going to remake it because I do, and it's controversial, I don't know, I think Zach Wilde was, at one point in his career, a phenomenal vocalist. And of course, time, alcohol, lots of other things did the damage, did the thing. But I don't think that means that you don't get to be a good singer anymore. So keep an eye out for that one, Legend. It will be back. Today we're going to be discovering a band called Voivod, which is fun to say. The song that we're going to be doing today of Voivod, chosen by Steve, I'll stop now, is called The End of Dormancy. Let's head over to Rosie the Robot to find out some things I didn't know about Voivod.
Voivod is a Canadian progressive metal band that has continuously pushed the boundaries of the genre since their formation in 1982. Known for their unique blend of thrash metal, punk, and avant-garde elements, Voivod has created a sound that is both aggressive and experimental. Their albums, such as Dimension Hatras and Nothing Face, showcase their innovative song structures, complex time signatures, and thought-provoking lyrics that often revolve around science fiction and cosmic themes.
So let's hop to it, Cinderella. I have no concept of what this band's going to be, so I'm quite excited. So let's get into this. This is Voivod with End of Dormancy. Ooh. Boop. Not had brass in metal yet. Or have they? No?
Altered to the sky, ocean of silence. Nothing inside, only storms in the distance. Here on meeting point at 0 hours.
It's gonna be zombies, isn't it? The zombies again.
It looks like this is far from over. Signals coming from each page I avoid. Magnetic shields are ready to deploy. Unknown waves are rumbling stronger. Confirm this comes from underwater.
All the stars could be real. always assumed that it was me.
It's really nice melody and harmony.
Not having a single doubt. Not having a second thought. The way. This is the end of policy. The way.
Oh, you know that's not good.
Something from the bottom of the sea. These kinds of things can be revealed.
Oh, that's really good.
Who would have thought? Who would believe? Fear of the unknown will stay on. Because no God has ever saved anyone. The way from the seabed of the deep. The way millions of years of dormancy. The way be charged by the waves of energy. The way this thing will change our destiny.
Okay, pausing. Oh, it's just about to go into a breakdown as well. Pausing. Okay, I think the ba da 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 da. I like it. Like the consistency of it, of continuing on, almost in a drone-like way. It's quite hypnotic. The vocalist sounds like a incredibly less nasal Ozzy Osbourne. Very untethered, very feral, very sort of like untrained but uncaring. And we've talked about this before on this channel. I don't think you necessarily need to be trained to be a great vocalist. I also certainly know you don't need to be trained to be a great front person. Being a front person and a performer is a different job from being a good singer. Those things don't necessarily always go together, and they don't necessarily need each other. But, you know, in this particular setting, obviously he's performing in a different kind of way. But it's all very open. It's very casual. I think the brass has been recorded outstandingly. But the problem with that is it sticks out so much. Because brass in itself is always going to stick out more. In this particular setting, I'm not sure if all that brass should have been put so presently forward in the recording. Because it just so pulls the attention and feels like we've got a circle-shaped block and we're trying to shove it through a square hole. Do you know what I mean? Careful. I respect anyone who chooses to do things that are outside of the norm. Do you know what I mean? I haven't heard many, if any, metal music so far that's had brass in it. In fact, we had a conversation about it in a few videos back. And I said that it was interesting we hadn't heard that. I think Avenged Sevenfold had been suggested a lot as one of those ones that had. It's weird for me because I'm so used to hearing brass only in a sort of soul or funk setting, because that's what I do. Hearing it in this setting is strange, but not necessarily wrong. Also, it feels a bit more classical, like marching. It feels less stabby, technical term, less staccato and rhythm based as it would be in a soul or a funk band. Let's keep going. Boop. Really nice. What in the abyss is going on? That's cute. No. Yeah, pausing for just a second. Two things. I enjoy the dissonance. I enjoy the ooky spooky dissonance of what's going on. Also, he's doing a more sort of like growl-esque sound now. Again, completely unsupported. It's untethered. But again, that's not an issue. You don't need to be trained to be good. Also, I would note that standard that they've recorded the music video is really high. I feel like for some weird reason, this band has a lot of money that they throw at things. Like they throw at the production and the recording of things. I'm not saying they're Five Finger Death Punch, but do you know what I mean? They've obviously spent a lot of money trying to make this look as good as it is, which is impressive when I know they're not a big, huge band. Do you know what I mean? Like Metallica or someone. Which props. Let's keep going. Bip.
The cause of events suddenly modified. Nailed to the structure, bodies magnified. Staring at me, asking where everybody died.
Uh-oh. Oh dear. I fucking knew it would be zombies.
Here I am laying on a bed, some kind of device over my head. Where am I? Someplace I've never seen. Some hidden secret facilities.
Fucking grass.
Blurred shadows keep asking me if I remember what happened that day about a mission failure. Should I pretend that I don't know? I have a feeling it is time to go. I have this can, I'll tell you why.
What's going on?
I am the only one to survive. I am the only one to survive. They're after me. They're gonna get me. This is what happens when you know too much.
Oh, what's that? No. Is that it? Ooh. Well done, Voivod. It's all the government. It's always the government.
They're alien replicants from beyond the moon!
So, I think that it's really impressive when more, not necessarily grassroots, I don't think this is completely grassroots, but more independent bands who are either signed with an incredibly small label or just don't have the same kind of foothold as bigger bands still go out of their way to create like full concepts, to create full performances, to fling everything into the recording and the creation of music videos. I love that, because you know what? It's hard as shit making these things. Speaking as someone who has fired a lot of money into doing things like recording albums, into making music videos, into marketing, publishing, promotion, all of these things, it's just a never-ending thing. I think the thing that scares me most about the music industry sometimes is that because of things like the cost of living crisis and the fact that music pays dick these days if you are a performer, which means more and more working class people are being pushed out of the music industry because they just don't have the resources or the time to put into creating music because they've got to have a job. We've made jokes about it, but it's absolutely true. I was brought up very working class in Scotland. My parents had no fucking money, and getting into music was really hard for me. I'm lucky now that at this point of my career, I don't have to have a job. I don't have to be out in some like retail job or office. I make enough money from music, not a lot of money. Please sign up to my Patreon. Not a lot of money, but enough for me to keep going. So I have nothing but respect for bands like this. Thank you, Steve, for pointing them out. I think the lead vocalist, I like his moxie. I love the choice of putting brass in it. Do I think it goes? No, I don't. It's recorded beautifully, but it feels so jarring. And maybe, it is just my opinion at the end of the day. So, you guys can absolutely disagree with me. Steve might even send me messages of abuse. But Steve, I love you and I'm always going to tell you the truth. I love the passion behind it though. And you know what? See if something's jarring, who cares what I think? Go and do it anyway. Reinvent the wheel. If you can't find the art that you like, then make it. Oh, as always, thank you to my patrons. Thank you to Steve. You're in my heart, Steve. If you've enjoyed this video, go and subscribe. Subscribe or rot in hell. Please subscribe, because 90% of the people that watch my videos don't subscribe, which means people don't get to see my videos. And also, don't forget, gently tap that like button. Just gently now. None of this smash business. Until next time, my dudes, Big Brother is watching. Ooh.